Let's come back to marketing, because when it comes to applications, this means that again we come to our main concept, trust. All these scandals and problems are related to betrayal, because firms betrayed customers. NSA affair, when the government, the US government, scanned all email accounts, Gmail accounts, Yahoo accounts in order to find terrorists. This is actually a privacy violation and does not contribute to this. The Cambridge Analytica affair of Facebook, where the data of Facebookers was manipulated to manipulate the elections in the US. And there are probably a lot of things we don't know which happened on Facebook. Facebook worked together with a German university, paying a lot of money. It's a technical university of Munich, sponsoring research. But the problem is, if they sponsor research, what do they expect for that? Do they expect positive results to enhance the brand image? Or do they expect really free research? The problem is when you have strong lobbies, they take over the control of normally independent research. Munich University did a study where Facebook controlled or manipulated the content for Facebook users in order to see the impact of positive posts on the mood of the lectures and of negative posts on the mood of readers. Actually, they found really that if you read only negative posts, your mood also becomes depressive. On the other hand, if you read only positive posts, your mood becomes positive. But we are not interested today in this result. What is interesting is that they deliberately manipulated posts of Facebook. And that's ethical, not so good. So the problem is that Cambridge Analytica and a lot of things we probably don't know. If we don't pay attention to be ethical clean, then consumer trust is eroded. The result is what? That customers don't give information anymore. They try to create fake accounts in order not to give the real information. They take advertising blocks. They avoid to give too much information, which is normal, because if we don't trust, we don't give this information. But on the other hand, firms need this information to do customer relationship management. The result would be they have less information and cannot do CRM. Long-term, firms will pay, because if customers don't trust, they don't give this information. That is why, on the political, on the macro level, we need laws. Laws really clarify what data can be collected and be used. We need this on the worldwide level. Because 67% of customers want personalized products, experiences and services, but 92% of consumers are worried about their online data privacy and do not want to disclose the personal data. This is known under privacy personalization paradox, because actually we want personalized products. It's clearly a competitive advantage for a brand if the brand can offer us personalized products. On the other hand, we don't want to give this data. That is why it is important to increase trust into technologies and data usage and data collection issues. And it is important to create trust into the brand. Without this trust, customers will reduce the information flow towards the firm. And this has been shown a lot of times in academia. There are a lot of studies that show that trust into the brand, trust into the data usage and collection process has to be increased to get the data and to use the data and to do personalization. Because we all want personalization. So it is important that users understand who has access to the data and how it is used. It is all about data transparency, and it is all about to give the customer back the control about the data. The customer has to decide in the data usage policy of the website, of the social network, what is done with his or her data, if it's done given to other firms, if it's only used by the firm, by the social media, or the firm has to win back trust by practicing transparency and by giving back the control over the data. The privacy calculus theory gives some insight about how to better manage its data. The privacy calculus theory means that the value of personalized services and products can outweigh the cost of privacy-related concerns that negatively influence consumers' willingness to use personalized services. So, it is important to increase personalization value and to decrease privacy-related cost through trust. So it's again the question of perceived value. The higher the utilities through personalization, and the lower the cost through privacy-related issues, the more the customer will be ready to disclose personal data. Again, it's a question of perceived value. What do we consider more important? Personalization, benefits, or the psychological cost? If the psychological costs become too heavy, then we don't share the information anymore, even if we want personalization. It's all about this balance between benefits and costs. Actually, the benefits of personalization are very low because personalization approaches today, they are really bad. The future will be take on personalization. And we will have the technology to do that. To data mining, we need data. Right? So it's the petrol of data mining. Yeah? So this data is important, and firms can only get it if they decrease the psychological cost to give this data. And that is why trust is very important. So the recommendation is to increase trust into digital media, empower customers to reduce the personalization privacy paradox, as data is the key. To decrease the personalization privacy paradox, it is important to reduce privacy concerns through empowering customers to give them control about the data, increasing trust into organizations, technologies and data usage, and to determine whether information security measures are strong enough for the amount and sensitivity of the data. And so there are a lot of studies that shows that. There's also one study that we show clearly this link between privacy concerns, which have actually a negative impact on willingness, disclosure of information for personalization. Or to increase disclosure willingness for personalization, we have to increase trust, because privacy concerns decrease trust, whereas trust increase disclosure willingness for personalization. We have to increase happiness with the internet by decreasing privacy concerns. We have to decrease risk beliefs, that is, beliefs that the data is not used adequately for the advantage of the customer. And so you see, again, the critical concepts are trust, well-being or happiness. And happiness is the effective component of well-being. So we have to increase effective well-being, we have to increase trust, and we have to decrease risk beliefs, so psychological cost. And then we will increase the willingness for disclosure of personal information, which is crucial for data mining.